Raceview Network's Weekend Wrap-Up, sponsored by Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie, and by I'm a Fancy PYC at Oklahoma Equine Reproductive Center.
Hi, I'm Jim Byers, and this is Raceview Network's Weekend Wrap-Up. Time to take a look at the results of the top events in North American quarter horse racing from the past week. Our focus at the top of the show is on Lone Star Park in Grand Prairie, Texas, which offered both of the open graded races this past week. First up is the Grade 2, $174,000 plus Dash for Cash Derby. The Saturday supporting feature at Lone Star attracted a strong field of sophomores from the trials on September 26th. Fastest in the 440-yard trials was the 6-5 favorite, 2 Hero Don Juan.
They're all. Hero Don Juan got bumped on both sides. Is going to have to recover. BP Wagon Train tries to get away from him. It's BP Wagon Train. Hero Don Juan. Here comes Mr. Joe Eagle. Then Echoes of Love to the outside, dashing for a prize. Mr. Joe Eagle, Hero Don Juan. Look at him surge late. On the outside, dashing for a prize. Dashing for a prize.
A strong finish in his trial, where he ran second, caught the attention of the horse players on Saturday. They installed Dashin' for a Prize as the fourth choice at just under 6-1, and the Louisiana-bred runs the race of his life. He's a gelding by He's a Fast Dash out of the Oak Tree Special Mare Fast Prize Angie, bred by Philip DeVille and owned by Oscar Moreno. Acclaiming an allowance runner at shorter distances, this Eric Palacio trainee seems to relish longer races and becomes a graded winner in the Dash for Cash under Rodrigo Vallejo. Hero Don Juan a troubled second with Mr. Joe Eagle third. The time for the winner, 21.315 seconds, a 96 speed index. Last week on our preview show, we spotlighted the Dash for Cash Futurity. On Saturday, that Grade 1 event had its 17th edition at Lone Star Park. The purse was $385,110. A dozen trials on September 27th produced a field of 10, which became 9 when Good Sace was scratched. 400 yards is the distance. The top 2 qualifiers exited the same race, where Just Toast winner edged out Rattle and Battle in a demanding 2-horse driving finish. Although neither was favored on Saturday, both had solid support, and their trial match race proved to be a good tune-up for one of them.
They're off in the 17th Dash for Cash Futurity. Corona Kelly began well, so did Great Grace. Rattle and Battle towards the outside, then Just Toast winner now surging. Here comes Just Toast winner between horses. Rattle and Battle, Separate Dynasty on the far outside. Rattle and Battle, Separate Dynasty, Rattle and Battle to win the Dash for Cash Futurity.
The margin is officially a half length, but the victory is decisive for the Oklahoma-bred Rattle and Battle under Joe Badilla Jr. Just Walking Through and Separate Dynasty were second and third. A relatively recent arrival in the Brandon Muniz barn, Rattle and Battle is a colt by Apolitical Jess, and the Corona Cartel mare Tiny's Corona Queen. Now 2 for 8 in his career, Rattle and Battle wins his first stakes event and takes home just over $154,000 for his owner, Sunset Well Service Incorporated. Bred by James and Marilyn Helzer, Rattle and Battle was sold to his current owners for $32,000 at the 2013 Heritage Place yearling sale. His career earnings now total $175,003. His time on Saturday, 19.576 seconds, a 95 speed index.
I'm a Fancy PYC. He earned $454,000 plus, qualified to the All-American Futurity, started 6 times and won 5, including the Grade 3 Remington Futurity. I'm a Fancy PYC at Oklahoma Equine Reproductive Center.
We have a few more stakes recaps to bring you from last weekend, beginning with the restricted Grade 3 New Mexico Breeders' Championship from the Downs at Albuquerque.
Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie, where the 2014 Fall Meeting of Champions continues through November 15th. For more information, visit LoneStarPark.com. Raceview Network's Weekend Wrap-Up, sponsored by Lone Star Park at Grand Prairie, and by I'm a Fancy PYC at Oklahoma Equine Reproductive Center.
Coming up on Saturday at Prairie Meadows, a card full of stakes races at the Altoona, Iowa track, topped off by the 6 AQHA Challenge Championship races. On our upcoming weekend preview, we'll bring you some of the top contenders in the Challenge Championships, which offer a total of almost $1 million in purse money. And of course, on our next weekend wrap-up show, we'll have video highlights of the championship races, as well as the Grade 1 Robert Boniface Invitational at Los Alamitos. So a full plate of graded stakes action on next week's show. Be sure and join us then. For now, though, time to bring to a close this edition of the Wrap-Up. We appreciate your joining us and hope you continue to do so as we head into a very busy period in quarter horse racing this fall. For all involved with the show, I'm Jim Byers. See you next time on Raceview Network's Weekend Wrap-Up.